So we're currently live from the Tanner's brand new fan zone, and I'm joined by the first team manager Luke Tufts and Jermaine McGlashan, assistant manager, stroke player, winger, supremo. Gentlemen, football, it's a long week, sometimes a week is a long time in football, and from the ecstasies of last Saturday, winning against Dorking, to a midweek game away at Hungerford and today's game. So really trying to get your thoughts really on the midweek game at first, and you know what your thoughts really on that one, Luke.
So midweek, I thought we were really good. It was obviously a really long trip halfway down to Plymouth. Didn't quite realise how far it was going to be. Boys arriving at 7:05. But no, the boys were superb, and again went toe to toe with National Southside, who again are a really good side. And look, down there they might not have the strongest resources at their level, and what Danny's done is a great job. He's made them really difficult to beat. He plays the conditions really well, and it was a really good test for us. And the boys, I thought, were absolutely excellent on Tuesday to come through it like they did. And
what was the team selection like compared to the Dorking game? Was it pretty much the same players, or?
No, we made 2 or 3 changes, but it was very similar overall.
Yeah. Okay. And happy. So, from your perspective, look, listen, it's pre-season. The results don't necessarily mean much, but I think a 3-2 defeat against the National League Southside is credible.
It's very good.
Absolutely. So,
done really well. The boys done really well. Should be very proud of themselves.
Brilliant. So let's move on quickly to today. Started really well. 1-0 up. Great goal, by the way, wasn't it? By the number 8.
It was. Firstly, you've got to give a lot of credit to. I know it's pre-season, but the Kingstonian management team, who have put together a team in a very short space of time. And if you look at the players they had out even 2-3 weeks ago, you can see they're building and what they're doing. And look, he's done a really good job. As for us, look, we couldn't be more happy with the group we've got here. We've got a great bunch of players. They're all really good people as well, and we couldn't ask for any more. I think today I would disagree that it was a great start. I think that we were lethargic. From minute number 1 to 90, I think the fact that we were 1-0 up actually hides the fact that we were really off of it, and we could tell that at training on Thursday. We weren't ourselves. That part of that as a management team as well, and we got to look at ourselves there as well. And that translates.
Do you think it could have been that journey, Luke? Sorry to interrupt you there.
It's a mixture of a lot of things. A mixture of going Saturday, Tuesday now, which we've not been doing, which is what part of pre-season is for. Yeah. It is a part of the playing on Saturday against the National League side, the focus that would have gone into the boys' brains in that game to get through that. They had to think their way through that game as much as anything. Yeah. And obviously the elation of that also wears you out. And then on obviously a really long trip on Tuesday night there and back. And all of those things combined together, we're one tight group today. And I think that's great, because that's going to happen in the season. I thought the way Kingstonian set up today is the way a lot of other teams will set up during the season. Yeah. And for us, do you know what? Today's the best thing that could have happened to us. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. I think today was one of those where you learn a lot. You learn a lot about your group. But listen, let's make no mistake about it. We've been excellent pre-season. I think the application from the boys, everything as a group. But and that's our jobs. We'll address today. And like the gaffer said, it's an accumulation of things. A lot's gone on in terms of travel, all sorts. We're not silly, but we do set a standard, and I think this will be sort of similar to teams will come here and they will set up a certain way, and it's the first thing we probably have to look at. So we've said in there, listen, we don't become a bad team overnight, and it happens. So, but again, listen, our jobs is where we set a standard as a group, because it represents us all, and we have to be seen to be addressing it, and that's where we're at. But again, listen, we have not lost any points today.
No. Well, I think they say, don't they, in football, you learn more from losing than you do from winning.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if you're winning every week. So I suppose we're in a similar position to Mark Watt last week, where he's probably gone away and had a little bit. Is it? Well, yeah, he's probably gone away and
he texted me today saying they're going to beat us 46-0 next year.
Oh, really? Okay, so we got that on camera now, so we might have a little wage up. Well, mind you, he'll probably go out and buy a championship striper next year, won't he? Yeah, but there you go. So player-wise today, lots of changes, and you saw the changes in the second half, and
that's not why we lost, though. That's unfair, I think, on the boys injuries that were out there. I think as group management players, all of us together, we were off of it. Mixture of those things that we're going to have to deal with for the season, but that's why we're in pre-season. I don't think the change anything to do with it.
No, but I'm not talking about the players, not the players as individuals. When you make changes in games, sometimes it takes a while for the players to adjust, to get into it, to get up to speed. And I mean, that's natural. It does happen. And certainly when you're talking about pre-season as well, players are still getting to know each other. Am I right in saying that there look like a couple of new faces out there today? Or am I?
The winger, John Luke, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the first time you think you've
Played against Hungerford.
The left footer.
Not many made the journey up to Hungerford, so
I don't blame them. Probably couldn't afford the petrol.
I mean, John Luke's done really well.
Yeah,
he's played against Horsham as well for us. We really like him.
Good.
Obviously, we've got Louis Paget back now, who was out there as well.
Yeah.
And obviously, we thought we'd give young Will his first start because he's been coming on with 10-20s when the game's open. He's done really well. And we thought today, do you know what? It'll be a bit of a test for him when it's not quite so open, just to see what he does. And look, he's a young lad learning, and credit to him. So.